Entering the second day of World Economic Forum 2023, the focus has shifted towards Ukraine and climate change. TVRI World's Rahmat Idris is in Davos, Switzerland to bring you the latest highlights.
Yeah, here we are at the majestic, the picturesque, the under some zero temperature city of Davos, Switzerland, as meetings upon meetings for day 2 of the World Economic Forum 2022 continues to roll out. For the second day yesterday, as we mentioned earlier, this continues to become a platform for all of these delegates, nearly 3,000 of them hailing from different parts of the globe, coming in to one of the world's famous ski resorts here in Davos to sort of find common ground, to find solutions to the ongoing world problems. And those delegates comprises over 50 heads of states and over 300 ministerial level delegates, and also thousands of leaders in finance, in business, and also in politics, and even celebrities alike. So this is quite a prestigious forum for them to find those solutions, to sort of have a closer observations to the current condition of global finance and all the moving components surrounding it. And this particular forum of World Economic Forum 2023 is set against such a complex backdrop of the ongoing world problems as we've recovered from the excruciating COVID-19 pandemic and the unprecedented and the prolonged war in Ukraine that has also exacerbated the food and energy security and crisis around the globe. Not to mention that half the global populations, half the countries in the world are currently facing the looming recessions and also the including, if not 1-2-digit inflation that comes with it. So there's a lot of things that should be put on the tables for all of these delegates, all of these heads of states and ministers to discuss on. And now let's have a quick recap on day 2, the second day of World Economic Forum 2023 here in Davos, Switzerland. A number of notable key speakers took to the podium yesterday, and one of them being the Vice Premier of the People's Republic of China, Liu He, who reiterated the commitment of the Chinese government towards common prosperity and the so-called social economy. And the Chinese government continues to make strides and progress to achieve these goals. However, challenges arise amidst all of this rigorous efforts. The so-called unusual volatility in financial market, and also some sort of risks that have been posed towards the financial sectors of the Chinese government. And thus, the Chinese Vice Premier Liu He said that this will be a tough battle ahead for the Chinese government to address these risks. However, there is a glimmer of hope ahead, particularly in the year 2023 and moving forward, as the Chinese government admitted to the progress, the bright future ahead in terms of the property market as demands continues to pour into the countries from all over the globe. And one key statement from the Vice Premier of Chinese government, Liu He, was that how the Chinese government continues to have a strong stance, a strong presence, and an act against unilateralisms, meaning that we should keep upholding the rule of law, the multilateralisms, and also their stand against protectionism, which has always been a thorn on the side of the global trade. So that's something that a lot of global communities are very glad to hear about. Another key and notable speakers taking to the podium yesterday was the President of the European Union Commission, Ursula von der Leyen. And this was quite an exciting promise on behalf of her institutions, citing that European Union is currently making stride against more green industries. Thus, currently, they are drafting a new law, a new initiative towards green innovations and also green industries. Ursula von der Leyen expressed her commitments that she hopes moving forwards in the future, the region of within the European Union can become home to clean technologies and also to innovations of green industries initiatives. And now let's take a look at the participations and also the presence of the Indonesian government in the 2023 World Economic Forum here in Davos, Switzerland. Just yesterday, our very own coordinating minister for maritime and investments of the Republic of Indonesia, His Excellency Luhut Binsar Panjaitan, inaugurated the opening of the so-called Indonesia Pavilion, which houses some of the most potentials and investments and industries promised to the potential investors coming in to Indonesia. And as a matter of fact, today, His Excellency Minister himself will be delivering a special and keynote address at the forum. We believe that it will be more about boosting the potential interest of the global communities and the global economic sectors to Indonesia. We'll bring you more details and more reports on that, and we'll take you to the pavilions of Indonesia later on in the next report. In the meantime, that concludes our report now from the beautiful, the chilly and the snow-blanketed city of Davos in Switzerland. I'm Rahmat Idris and camera person Danu Dirja. Let's head back to the studio in Jakarta.